Hey, how's it going? We are live, random as it seems. I've actually been working on this for a few hours, and then a whole bunch of other stuff came up. Here we are, late at night. What better time? Sunday evening. Welcome. If you're watching the replay, which most likely you are, we are going to be doing a little painting. Well, you're going to be watching me paint. And what I thought would be fun, well, it's something I've been wanting to do forever. Right here it is. Look at this. This right here, are you familiar with this? Don't Wake Daddy. It's a little board game accessory. And every time you pull a card, it says you have to press the little stopper. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 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 It gets me every time. So this little thing, I've come across these all the time at the Goodwill and stuff like that. And I'm like, you know what? Today's the day. I'm going to paint this thing. Now, I'm going to also be shooting a little video too. A little short. But I wanted to just hang out. If you're stopping by, thanks for stopping by. This thing's cool as it is. But I think it would be way more fun as a zombie. So I'm going to have to paint him. And let's get started. What do you think? Yeah, okay. Perfect. All right. So I was going to do a whole thing where I was going to like prep the surface, you know, sand it, get some spray paint. Not going to do any of that. What I'm going to end up doing is just using acrylic paint. It probably won't stay very long. It'll get done. All right, let's get into it. So, where to begin? So the main question is, I'm hoping that some people will start showing up so I can get some feedback as we start painting this guy. But my main concern right now is what to make him look like. I mean, he already looks like a zombie. Every time. All right, I'm not going to jump this time. I'm going to try not to jump. Here we go. He got me. He got me good. All right. I guess we'll just give him a base coat. It's the only thing I can think of. So, green? Why am I thinking green? Gee, I don't know. All right. So, what I do need to do... I have a bunch of paints here. As you can see, some of them right here. I want to make sure... I don't know why I ever bought these. And I guess it doesn't really matter. But I bought all these little tubes of paint right here. Why? Why? I got metallic. And so, like, every time I got to double check to make sure I'm not painting metallic. This thing look like a robot. So feel free to chime in at the chat. Let me know what you think I should do as far as where I should start. The cool thing is, I think we're really just going to have to do his face for the most part. His clothes, and kind of age it a little bit. Make it look a little bit more worn out. But, where to begin? And if you remember, a few years back, I did a little, I call it a Halloween special. I try to do these October things. They never work out. I did like two years ago, and both of them got hit with copyright strikes. It's fine. But all those videos are available on a playlist on the homepage of my YouTube channel. So if you haven't seen those in a while, why would you ever want to go back? You don't need to. There's too much new, fresh stuff to watch, right? But it is there. I have it in a playlist. And I carved a pumpkin. I think it was a fun little night, but it's mostly just me hanging out by myself. So I just want to see something, because you know what? I kind of want to enjoy some of this music too. There we go. Ooh, it's eerie. Eerie ambience is what we're looking for. Some technical stuff, no big deal. Boom. All right, we're all set up. Just want to make sure if I get any chat that I can interact and I'm not just sitting here zoned in on my painting. Always that little technical difficulty, no big deal. All right. I think we get ready to get started. Fun stuff. Oh, I got to get a little thing. I was going to say the fun thing about this, it doesn't matter. Where am I looking? Here. We mess up, then we mess up, but it's just been sitting here on the shelf for a long time. I guess we'll have to pop them up into zombie mode. Gotta wake them up. Dad. Daddy. Daddy. Get up. Shish kebab. Shish kebab. Alright, so try to get you guys a good view. There we go. I think that's pretty good, right? Hey, Bad Karma. I don't know if there's a major delay. It's no big deal, but thanks for stopping in. I want to make sure you guys got a good view on this thing. So, as you can see, here's what we're dealing with. I guess we'll just start painting them. So, what do zombies look like? Bad Karma, you're my guy. You got to help me out here. I guess we'll just start to make them like blue and white, maybe? Let's do blue and white. A little bit of blue. A little bit of white. It's not metallic, is it? The other thing, too, is this paint ends up getting old, and so I gotta use it. So, all right, make sure it's not metallic. It's not. I don't really like using black, but I'm not going to. All right, so okay, that's pretty intense. That's pretty intense. All right, let's see here. Whew. Where's my... Okay, water. Acrylic paint doesn't really mix too well with this. All right, let's see what we're dealing with here. Okay. Wipes off pretty good. This is gonna be like pure chaos. I don't know, man. I didn't know what to expect, so I thought it'd be fun. But yeah, this acrylic paint probably is gonna scratch off pretty easily, but I guess that'll actually make it look cooler, right? Probably wouldn't hurt if I had some references. Yeah, let's pull in some green. What color is this right here? It's a green color of some sort. No, my cat's not here. I think somebody took my cat. It's kind of depressing, actually. I got a bunch of neighbors, and I think one of them had a visitor that was like, wow, this little cat's so cute, because suddenly my cat didn't come back, which is kind of a bummer. All right, so what I'm thinking is we'll just start painting them, because I'm thinking what happens when you turn into a zombie? Well, first you die, right? And so... Oh, the other thing I got to remember. I need to remember to shoot some video clips. So here we go. This is how it gets done, folks. See, you're watching the long form. this little short edit's going to make it look like super fast and fun. Got it. Done. Oh, awesome. What do we got there? What do we got? Failure. Hang on. We're having some technical difficulties. What is going on here? What's happening? Yeah, I don't see anyone else in the chat. It might just be you, Bad Karma. I don't know. People are probably watching movies or other things. But it's a random night. I didn't really give any notice or anything. So I'm sure that that has something to do with it. And the fact that I don't stream regularly definitely has something to do with it. So how you doing, buddy? The cool thing is, either way, I'm still going to paint this, and I'm going to film a little bit of it, and I'm making it into a short anyways, so I think this is my chance to sort of paint a zombie, right? Never done that before. And hang out. Yeah, Bad Karma, I see all your chats. They have all come through, so I don't know. And that is that unfortunate thing where there is a delay, so just keep that in mind. Yeah, it probably would have been smart for me to get some reference photos, right? I've never watched Walking Dead or any of those. Hey everyone, thanks for joining in. We're just painting Dad here, turning him into a zombie. Either way, I mean, every time I play this thing, it ends up making me jump anyways, so. Right now, it looks like he just... What do zombies look like? I guess there's a couple different types of zombies, right? I'm not trying to go for the super gruesome grody. If that was the case, I would get my Dremel tool and we could like chop it all up, right? That'd be kind of fun. I'm gonna... That it really matters, but I'm just gonna try to think a little smarter here. I'm gonna put some tape underneath so I can get a little bit wild and crazy. Bad Karma, working full time, man. It'll get you. It is a full time. It'll use up all your time. Do you enjoy the work you're doing? All right. So what we're gonna do here is I'm just gonna tape the bottom here, like this. That way I can get a little bit sloppier and not worry about getting on a shirt. I mean, the big thing is this acrylic paint, it's gonna wipe off pretty easily. So I'm not too worried. Just makes it a little bit easier. All right, shoot a little bit more video. That's how we do it. This is kind of cool. Let's see here. Whoa, I almost painted my screen. I was gonna paint the screen. Look how cool this looks. Just got locked into the bottom. This is hard to do. All right, 1 second. That's how we do it. Looks cool. All right, Bad Karma. Are those AM or PM hours that you're working? Holy smokes. I guess you'd be at work right now if it was third shift, right? Give you guys a little bit more of a view. ABAC armor, that's pretty good wages. Sorry, it took me a second to read all that, and I'm like painting and reading, but yeah, thanks for sharing that. That's really interesting. It's always crazy. Just getting it all figured out, right? Work schedules and personal time, and then before you know it, you're like, wait, do I even enjoy what I'm doing? What am I doing? Right? Hey, Jason Curry, thanks for stopping by. Oh, that's awesome. You've been watching this stuff for a long time. My channel. Yeah, Film Riot and Mogul. Dude, you just finished a feature film as a key grip. Jason, that's awesome. Yeah, man, I know I haven't been posting tons of film specific related stuff, but I feel like the benefit of my channel is that unlike Film Riot and Indie Mogul, I can kind of share a little bit of everything. I'm filming it. I'm shooting video clips as we're doing this live stream even, so this is film related, but that's awesome, dude. Key grip. I don't know if I've ever been part of a film production big enough where they had a key grip. I'm wrong. I did one movie. It was a short film. Or I should say it was an independent film. And they had a key grip. I was just visiting. Did a quick walk around. Said hi to some people I kind of knew. And I was like, well, all right. See you later. All right. We're getting somewhere. I have no idea how long this is going to take. Oh, not alone. Yeah, I wonder what he's been up to, man. Hopefully he stops in here. Oh, wait, he is here. What the heck? I missed it. What's up? Sorry about that. You know how I am. I'm just mediocre at best. All right, you are here. Good. Now I can get started. All right, thanks for joining in. I know. I don't know. If you're in California, then it's early. Oh, it's super early. We're currently making Daddy into a zombie. And I realized after I started painting this, I should have printed out some reference photos or something of zombies. I guess I gotta look them up on my phone here. Let's just take a quick gander. Shall we? Oh, good. Low battery. Awesome. Always good when the main camera's about to go dead. All right, let's see here. I gotta look up zombie. That is going on in California. You guys see, I always wonder how Christmas and Halloween, these cold seasons in the Midwest. This is Midwest? I'm in Ohio, so I don't know if this is Midwest, but it's East-West. East, Middle East. Wait, what? I don't know. But it gets chilly, and then that's when it really feels like the seasons are coming. I'm looking up zombie. Let's see what this looks like. I can't believe my main camera is about to die. I gotta figure out my setup here. What the heck is going on? Alright, I'm seeing some zombies. Here we go. Oh my goodness, guys. What is happening right now? What is happening? The whole stream is falling apart. Oh my goodness. How are my batteries going low? What is happening? This is what happens when you try to do a cool little stream. Yeah. So that's a crazy looking zombie right there. Holy smokes. So, I don't know. We'll use that as a reference. It's a lot more white. So, compared to our guy. Oh boy. Back arm, you got an iPhone 14. Well, it is a movie making machine, so start putting it to good use, man. Yeah, that's crazy to think that you could have like a hot Christmas. And the thing that's interesting is, where's the Christmas songs that talk about that? I mean, there's a huge population in the West Coast. And you'd think they would have all these songs about warm. I guess there's a couple. What is it, the one country song where the guy has like Christmas on the beach or something? But anyways. All right, we're gonna whiten it up a little bit. I can't believe these cameras are dying. I don't understand it. I gotta figure out my power source here, guys. This is major. We might have a major malfunction here if these things are winding down power. I have them plugged in. I don't know why they're not pulling juice off of the main thing. All right, 1 second. I'm gonna let you stare at this for a second. I'm gonna try one thing here with the power source in hopes that it could maybe get some more juice to the phones like I need them. So let's see here. See if this whole thing will end up blowing up. It's always, you would think that I would just get my stuff together over here. Holy smokes. It is crazy what's going on over here right now. All right, so if I plug this in, what will happen? We won't know until we try it. Oh boy. Okay. I heard a sound like it's charging. That's good, right? Take another look here. Yeah, bad karma. That iPhone, newer iPhone. Oh yeah, I'm not getting power. That new iPhone, such a cool camera. And I mean, I'm using, I guess, the older one, quote unquote. And sorry, I'm just checking here because for some reason my phones aren't charging. What is going on? That's awesome. I was on the fence about going live tonight, and I'm like, I don't know, it was crazy. I went to the grocery store, my headlight went out, I went to go change my headlight, spent an hour just changing a light bulb. How many knob tops does it take to change a light bulb? It takes one. About an hour. About an hour. So did I lose my video? Oh, we still got it, surprisingly. Guys, we're running on empty here. Let me just see something real quick. Because we're having some major technical difficulties. Not ideal. Let's see here. Well, this thing's saying it's okay, so I don't know. Right. We are back. Always something. Never a dull moment. You don't learn anything if you don't try anything, right? Thanks for hanging out. I don't know. I have a little background ambient noise just kind of filling the space. Ooh, kind of eerie. Yeah, they're really going crazy with the Ohio memes, aren't they? Not alone. Like, they're not terribly wrong. I mean, I was born here. I visited other places, but I don't know. It's not that bad. I don't mind it. It's actually, the cool thing is, if you really look, Ohio kind of looks like a little miniature Texas. But where it's located, I mean, you can go over to the East Coast. It's 2 states away. We're completely surrounded by states. So, like a 1 tank trip, 2 tank trip, there's all kinds of places to go. Over in California, I mean, you can make a 2-day trip just going from the lower California all the way to upper. I mean, that's like a long drive. Maybe not 2 days. I drive slow. What do you want from me? Okay. We're trying to make him a little zombier. Trying to think what the new iPhone features. There was something that they, oh, I know what it was. It was the front-facing camera finally has focus. Man, they've been really hanging that out, letting us really just like want for that forever. That should have been, iPhone 4 should have had that feature. I mean, people were already using those phones to film themselves by then. It's crazy. All right, how are we looking here? How's it looking? I feel like at this point now I'm kind of like painting a clown face, right? But I guess this is what this is, right? Oh, I gotta remember his hands. All right, but before we get too far away, too far along, gotta film a little bit. Always be filming. Whoa, this is hard to do. Boom. Got it. This camera, it's gonna go. Not charging. These cameras aren't charging. What a letdown. I started setting this up at around 7 o'clock my time. It is 11:45 my time. Not alone. If you're still here hanging out, what have you been up to, buddy? Keep waiting for those videos. I keep going back to the YouTube channel. Just waiting to see next upload. The thing is, though, and that's where, like, we were talking about Film Riot and Indie Mogul. Outside of doing high-end professional filmmaking, people get interested in things for years, and then they change and start focusing and doing other things. And that's something that, I mean, I am still doing video and film production stuff, but I have lots of other interests, and I'm kind of glad that my whole channel isn't 100% just that stuff. Just because it's fun to hang out, and maybe, in my mind, I always think that maybe I'll help inspire some people to do some other things, right? Besides the usual. I don't know what that means, actually. This paint is going on. I don't know if you can see this. It's going on, and then if I don't let it dry, it like comes right off, because it's super high gloss plastic, and this is acrylic paint, and this isn't a prepped surface. But it'll still be fun. But what I was saying was, yeah, like, you start watching a channel. I watched a channel. Actually, I found a channel, and the guy did filmmaking, but I wasn't even looking for the stuff he had on his channel about filmmaking. I was looking up reviews about e-bikes. And he had a video where he had this one e-bike, the specific one I was looking for, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I started looking at his other videos, and I was like, wait a second, this guy does filmmaking. What's going on? So that's another thing where you'd be surprised how you might be able to share other things. But I'm saying all that for Not Alone, because you can kind of share anything you wanted on your YouTube channel, and you'd be surprised who might watch it, who might not watch it, you know, all that stuff. But it's sometimes kind of neat to do something different than the usual. If you think you have a channel primarily around a certain topic, I don't know, it's weird. If you're not doing it for serious money, might as well have fun, experiment a little bit. Maybe you have a chance to meet some new people. Yeah, Not Alone, what do you do for work? Because I'm curious. I always think back to the idea that I wonder if I would enjoy filmmaking and video production more if I didn't have a job doing it when I was younger. Because I spent so many hours a day looking at a screen and editing that when I got home, I'm like, I don't want to edit anymore. I just want to like relax. But when I was working other jobs, like when I was in college or even in high school, and I had to be stuck doing stuff I didn't want to do, I couldn't wait to get out and do the filmmaking, right? But I was curious, Not Alone, if that's your setup, if you have a job that's similar to what you're doing. We might have talked about this before. It kind of sounds like, I'm thinking it sounds familiar to a conversation I had before. But it's understandable. I mean, I've gone months, years almost, and it's like, oh, I'm going to upload a video next month. And then a month goes by, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. I'm like, well, I don't know. And looking back, I should have just kept uploading. What was I thinking? But I don't really like doing update videos. I just think I would, and that's where I probably messed up. But at the same time, I was like, well, it's my channel, I'll do what I want. But I'm just like, what's the point of talking about what you want to do? Just make the video. But knowing how algorithms and stuff work outside of viewers just not being interested in the content, YouTube kind of goes, well, there's not much going on over here. We're going to not share it out as much. That's what I'm assuming it's saying. I don't know. So I'm going in here. I'm doing some touch-up stuff. You can kind of see what's going on. Oh, night custodian. Okay. Man, so like when you're doing your work, I don't know. I kind of envious of jobs like that because I feel like once you get all of the protocol memorized and stuff, you can really daydream, right? Because a lot of the work is just very mundane and you don't really have to think too much. I'm imagining, I don't know if this is the case, you can let me know if it's not, but I'm just imagining like, all right, we got to clean up some water that spilled or whatever. You just basically are mopping and you can just daydream compared to like constantly having to use brain power figuring things out. That was the thing with the video work. When I would do that for a full-time job, I was like, man, I'm spending all day trying to understand and like think 10 steps into After Effects animation, and I just want to like relax and just be, and or even that, trying to find the right soundtrack. Oh my goodness, that uses up so much time. Guys, I gotta let this paint dry because I'm like brushing it on and then brushing it off. Not alone's going right. That's the way to do it, man. Go right from your parents' house, save up as much as you can, and then just go into a house. Buy your own house. I think that's one of the struggles. People want to like be like everyone else and they'll just move out, get a rent. And it is so hard to save money, especially nowadays, and pay rent. And then the only way to really do it is to have roommates. Man, there should be a tax deduction for people who have roommates, man. It is like, I feel like it's like I served my country all the years I've had roommates. All right, I don't know. We're getting somewhere. We're turning them blue at least. Nothing else. I think we got to go more white. And I was thinking somewhere I have some actual latex. Man, I just realized that doing this is a lot of work. You got to do a lot of coats. But it's getting pretty good, I think, right? Not Alone is going to be writing a feature film. You heard it here first, folks. I'm going to whiten up the hair here. Better film it, right? Always making that content. Trying to get the right lighting. Well, here we go. Man, I hope this turns out okay. I don't know what to do about his mouth. I left it like normal. But I don't know. I'm curious. Oh, we still have the second camera. Well, we might as well turn it on while it's still here. Batteries are going to go eventually. Something's going to happen. I'm sure of it. So, yeah, thanks for hanging out and stopping by. The usual crew, the original crew. It's always interesting because Sunday nights I'm usually just surfing through YouTube, trying to find new channels, just find stuff I might not have seen before. And it actually, it's hard. It's hard to find new channels because especially now where everything is getting like fed to us and they have these algorithms that are like pushing to our interests, it's kind of nice just to sit back and be like a lottery. It's like, nope, nope, nope. Oh, that's funny. That's right up my alley. I like it. Save, forward, send to 3 friends, done, right? And then you get onto YouTube and it's like, well, the 20 channels I follow haven't posted anything. But that's where I'm like, man, I love watching live streams sometimes just to hang out, chat. And at the same time, I'm like, oh yeah, maybe I should actually host one. It's just different because when you're hosting it, I mean, right now, luckily I get to hear some of that background soundtrack, but usually it's just me sitting in a silent room all night. And it's not like I have a bunch of people I'm talking to, even though I'm talking to you. All right, yeah, we're going to bloody up the lips. Let's go back into that close-up. All right. I got like this extreme lighting. Sorry about the lighting setup. It's not ideal. And I know I got the super lo-fi, so that's probably giving you a headache as well, but I'll tell you what, not alone, that is a good topic because I think, and I just think, you know, the terminology for filmmaking is always changing, right? So I'm sure you'll have the old timers. I think Quentin Tarantino and can't think of the other guy's name. They're like adamant about film. Film is not video. Film is film. Film is moving pictures. It's true. But then it gets scanned in digitally, edited, and then printed back onto film. But the actual documentation of it when they're using it, it is live photos, 30 frames a second, or what is it, 24 frames a second. So, but yeah, all that to say, it's a weird thing out there, man. I don't know. Talk to 100 people, let's say 100 young people, I don't know, 20 or younger, and I think there's gonna be no one that's gonna say a filmmaker. I can't imagine it. They might say something like a storyteller, an author. That would be the closest thing to it. But yeah, I don't know about filmmaking. Like as far as like young people, like I grew up, that was all I wanted to do. I would love, like I couldn't wait to see behind the scenes if I could. They would sometimes have them at the end of VHS tapes. And then you would have TV shows like Movie Magic. Better film some of this. But yeah, it's interesting. Just, but at the same time, everyone's still going to the theaters. It's almost like in order for people to take in a film, it's got to be a short comedy, right? Or it's got to be so over the top Hollywood, and that's like the only way they'll watch it as a film. Otherwise, they'd rather just watch an Instagram reel or a TikTok. But there are some really unique storytellers on TikTok. I don't know. I feel like, is it really the culture or what? Like attention spans might be shorter. But when you get a really good story and you find one and it's like really good and they did it in 60 seconds, and it's like, wow. And then you get on YouTube and you sit and you're like, ooh, 15-minute short film. Okay, here we go. And it's weird. It's a weird thing of just what's the word I want to say? Using people's time. Almost not using it, but yeah, taking people's time. It's like you're taking time. Like you guys are hanging out. Not alone. Bad karma. I don't know if you're still here, but like this is time. You could be doing other things. Hopefully you're able to multitask. But if this is the only thing you're doing, it's a lot of reels, a lot of TikToks you could be watching in an hour, you know? But yeah, you are not alone. I've been thinking about that for years. And I don't want to say it's dead because there's people out there. I just think the way we perceive it, I think now more than ever is the time to start writing. Because there's tons of different ways to tell a story. It's the original stories that are lacking, right? All right, let's bloody up those lips. Let's see here. Well, okay. What are we doing here? Let's get I'm going to go with a dark, not blue. We're going to get purple. Make sure it's not metallic. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. The newest camera, and then like that's the thing with where I stopped following a lot of YouTube channels about quote unquote filmmaking because they were trying to make money, which is great for them. Except the only way they can make money is by doing reviews on the latest camera, and it's like, man, I, why all the reviews? I know why, because I watch reviews. I want to know sometimes about some of those cameras. Sometimes I don't, but sometimes I do. I'm curious. And there, how about that, huh? Beetlejuice-esque. But all these filmmaking channels aren't filmmaking. They're making videos about how to make videos on YouTube. And every once in a while you'll get one that's like a promo or like a music video, and that's the closest thing to the filmmaking aspect. But there's a lot of movies out there, man. That's something else. I think about it'd be great to see some fresh new filmmakers, but at the same time, there's so many films I've not even seen yet. Sorry, guys, I should be showing you what we're doing here. He kind of looks like a zombie. He mostly looks like he's freezing to death. Yeah, lack of patience. And you know, the thing is though, like I think there's this assumption like I spent 3 weeks working on this film. You should watch it. And it's like, well, uh, yeah, I guess. But that's where you have to build up some credentials. Like, all right, give me a reason to appreciate this. And that seems unfair, but it's kind of true. But I still think that original stories, that now's the time. As we're figuring out and trying to get names and titles and all these different things. Are you a content creator, a digital media creator, a short film maker, a filmmaker? As that's all getting sorted out, just sit down and start writing. I think Not Alone, you got the right idea. And I know they don't make movies like they used to. And in some ways, it's like they can't, right? In some ways, there's so many tropes that at this point, they were tropes back then, but they are really tropes now, where it's just like, oh, here we go, we're going on this, and unless you can look past that, and sometimes you can. What am I thinking here? Romance comedies, rom-coms, the Hallmark Channel. My mom watches that. We know where it's going. It might have a little twist here and there, but we know that they're probably gonna end up getting married, and they have the cool little downtown festival in these weird towns that would be awesome to go visit, but I've never seen any town that has that many outdoor events. But we still watch them. But those things originally started, and there were some original stories, and then another one got made, and then another one, and another one, and it's like, oh, here we go again, right? That's why those. At this point, there's so many movies. I think it's in a way, it's a lot like music. It's like we can get variations, but we kind of get the idea of it. It's like, oh, it's gonna be the same. So I'm just touching this up with some purple. Made his hands a little purple. It's coming along, right? Tim McKinney. The reason it looks like a 1980s video camera is because it is, basically. And this main camera is about to shut off. It's lo-fi. Let's probably hard to watch when you're trying to look at detailed stuff like this, but I don't have to worry about getting a shower. That's the greatest part, right? I wanted to see, I need to check something real quick, make sure what my battery life is on this phone. So let's go give you guys a little preview here. Yeah, not looking too bad. This tape isn't really working out that well. So let me just check this real quick. All right, thanks for stopping in. It's holding strong, so just checking some batteries that are about to die. Tonight, there is a little bit of a delay, so sorry about that in the chat as I am now answering questions and stuff, but we are painting a game accessory called Don't Wake Daddy. The idea was you draw a card, and if your card is drawn, you have to hit this little buzzer. And the idea is that you hope you're not the person that wakes Daddy, right? You draw a card, hit the alarm clock, he wakes up. And I thought it would just be a fun little Halloween thing to paint him up. So we're trying to make him look like a zombie. I'm not carving a pumpkin, Sasha. This is the pumpkin right here. This is the pumpkin. But I'm realizing he's looking a little bit like he's freezing to death. But I think that's where we start. Yeah, Dracula would be good. And this, he could easily go into Dracula. That's the benefit of painting acrylic paint on glossy plastic. It'll scratch off real easily, and then we can just repaint it. But instead of doing a pumpkin carving like I did that one year, I'm just doing the painting. And I haven't decided. I guess, you know what, man, he might have to just slowly start to kind of have some Beetlejuice-esque features. Akshat, thanks for stopping by. I think I said that wrong. Akshat. And everyone else in the chat. I know there's a slight delay, so probably by the time I get to it, you're already off to other things, enjoying your evening. I only kind of know what I'm doing here. What does a zombie look like? Like, what is its key feature? It's really its eyes, right? I have his hair as white, but I think we're gonna have to change that. Earlier we were talking about roommates. I had a roommate that did special effects and stuff, and I'm realizing it now, he would spend hours painting makeup on prosthetics and like faces of zombies and stuff. And now I'm realizing, oh boy, this might take a little while. I was trying to just make him look kind of like a scary zombie that isn't really gruesome with blood, but I'm thinking maybe he might end up getting some. I think, okay, we're getting somewhere. We're doing something. Definitely doing something. So I could paint over his eyes. Maybe we should do that. So let's just do that. Right? All right, something. Is everyone excited to go back to work tomorrow? really focused on these eyes right now. All right, I was waiting on it. I think I'm going to have to introduce some red. It's inevitable. India, man. Wow. What time is it there in India? Thanks for stopping by. All right, I'm going red into the mouth here. Better start to... I'm also filming a short, so I got to film a little bit more of this. There we go. Got it. Boom. (9:40 a.m.) Is it 9:40 a.m. Monday or Sunday? Are we ahead or behind? Alan, that's good, man. I'm glad you actually like your job. Like I said, man, I think I think that's the trick. It's the thing that they don't teach us stuff like this in school for filmmaking. Hey, get a job doing everything else except filmmaking. That's lesson 1 in my college for filmmaking. Do everything else. Because that's where the stories are going to come from. You can still get stories working on a set of a movie and stuff, and the sooner you can get in, the better, I'm sure of it. Because you'll make friends, and then those friends make films, then you have opportunities. But if you're completely out of the loop, and you want to have some interesting stories, purposely put yourself in situations where you gotta kind of feel a little awkward. Look around, observe the surroundings, see people, talk to them, listen to how they talk, their accents they're using, their mannerisms. Find the most craziest character you can find, and there's your guy. That's the character, right? Thanks for stopping in and watching some of the randomness. I don't want to put too much red, but we're going to put some red over the eyes. Because I think it'll kind of sit inside the eyes. I was trying to not to make them look too gruesome, but it actually does. It works. It looks kind of crazy. It's scary. Dude, you want that thing waking up? Morning. So, today is your festival called Diwali. Firecrackers. That's crazy. See, there's all kinds of stuff. I don't even know about that stuff. All right, we're going to put a little blood in the ears. Sasha, are you still here? I can't remember. Sasha, do you watch scary movies? Can't remember if you do or not. I'm thinking you do. You seem like a scary movie watcher. Hmm? Hmm? Because I have the tape on there, it kind of looks like... Oh, that's even worse. I'll switch one of these cameras over to regular view so you can actually see it. Let's do that right now. Oh boy, here we go. I don't know if this is gonna work. Oh boy, behind the scenes. You like behind the scenes? We're behind the scenes. Look at that. Oh my goodness, it's sideways. Well, that's no good. Come on. There we go. It's like, whoa, it's so much clearer, right? But that's what we're working with. I think the red is helpful. The camera's recognizing his face. I think we're going to go black. I wasn't going to get the black out, but I think we are. I think I'm going to make his hair dark. And I think from here... Oh, that's metallic. Ah, no metallic. That's an eerie sight right there. Look at that. There's a view for you. This is called Mars Black. Mars Black. It looks like it's not quite dark black, which I think is good. So we're just gonna pow, 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 boom, pa, pa. His hair underneath was brown, so I guess I could just scratch this paint off. I'm just trying to give him a little, just a look of some sort. I'm not sure exactly what. Get some blood up in there. That's probably going to be the way to do this, just blotchy, because the more textures they are, it just seems more real. Right? Looks kind of cool. Kind of, with this little tape right here, kind of looks like a cape. He has a Dracula-esque kind of look. But we're going to go in with a little water. Just thin it out just a little bit. A little red, a little bit more red. Some guts, some blood and guts splatter, right? Not alone. Thanks for saying that. Saying that he said that he thinks I'm talented. The key is you just don't let people see how much time you spend trying all kinds of other things, right? That's the thing. But I'll tell you what, that's another reason why I keep talking to you about your YouTube channel, because even doing these live streams like this, I know I use my little special setup here, like right now where I'm using my phones and stuff, but the more I do them, I get a little bit more understanding of how it works. And then when the other key is you just hang out with people that don't have any clue how to do the stuff you're into. Then when you do it, it's like, whoa. That wouldn't be the case with you guys, because you guys already know this shtick. You've been hanging out here for a long time, but I appreciate you saying that. I think it definitely is motivating when you hear people say stuff like, hey man, you're really talented. It's like, you know what? Thanks. You know, secretly maybe to yourself, you might be like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. But then you get a little compliment like that. It's like, oh, wow, okay. Maybe I do know what I'm doing. But I listen to way too many motivational speakers, but one of the best quotes is like, just run your own race. And that's what's hard, because it's especially everything's numbers. Hey, view counts. How's your views? How's your views? That video was really good. It has a lot of views. But you never hear somebody say, hey, the video turned out really great. Oh, yeah? Yeah, I finished it and uploaded it. Right? Like, that's how great it is. I got it finished and I uploaded it. Somebody watch it? Get any views? I don't even know. I'm just so ecstatic that I actually finished it. Right? You never hear anyone say that. But that's pretty much what it's like. All right, let's see here. Around the mouth. I'm just kind of not really sure what I'm doing, but I'm doing it, huh? Oh, I better... We're making short content, right? I don't really read philosophy. Do you have any suggestions? All right, so I'm setting my phone up. This is right there, the wide view. Like, this is what your regular phones will get. That ultra wide lens, look how cool that is. I mean, that thing just gets it. kind of doing a little little fakey, right? You want to move it around. Got it. It's so weird to shoot stuff and thinking about editing it into a short where it's just so, there's just so little we actually use. So I just record a few seconds, and I'm actually recording way longer than I need to for the literally 1 frame or 1 second that I'll use. It's not 1 frame, it's 1 second. Not alone, have you ever been out to anywhere past California, heading east? Have you ever gone further east? There we go. Just realized it's probably really annoying for you guys seeing that base thing, but probably is nice to see the clarity, huh? See what this looks like. You can kind of see that, like, that's pretty cool. I think that's the key. Just grunge it up a little bit, right? Zombie. Ah. I remember listening to the Cranberries on my Walkman in the backseat of the car. Just like staring out the window. Just being like, road trips with the family. It's weird to think, and there was somebody, I forget who said this, probably some video I saw on TikTok or whatever, but it's like everything we do, there's gonna be a last time to that. Like in my case, like I was talking about road trips, there was a time that you took, or you're going to take, the last road trip with your family. You might ride in the car with them down the road, but like it's weird to think like these moments, these little instances are like, there was a time that, like I was thinking of it the other day. I went shopping for jeans, and I was thinking at one point it was the last time I went shopping, like where my mom took us shopping before school, and I didn't pay any attention to when that was, but there was a time where that it was the last time she ever went with us. You know how that is, where you try on the pants, you come out of the changing room, and you do the little turn, right? You walk around, you're like, huh? It's like, I don't know. Turn around. You're like, huh? Are they? Do they fit? Do they fit? And it's like, right? Like maybe you already have that, but like when you're shopping by yourself, it's like, wow. I just had that moment where I thought about that. I'm like, that is crazy, because I used to dread having to get clothes for school, because I'm like, oh, I got to go to the J.C. Penney, and we got to get all these clothes, and I have to try them on. They were pretty expensive. And now it's like, oh man, I don't have anyone to check out my new jeans until I start wearing them, and someone goes, whoa, why are you wearing those? Huh? Anyways, what am I talking about here? So not only you're going to Mexico for Christmas, okay. But you've never been east? I don't know. It's the humidity is something that's kind of unique. That's something Ohio has. I think this is coming along. Let's give it another try. All right, let's take off this. Oh, I got under his chin. Look at that. I missed a whole spot. All right, hang on before we wake him up. Let's get under here. Yeah, I think the brown was a good option. Akshat, do you have any suggestions? You mentioned earlier about philosophy. you have any philosophy of your own. I know I was talking about how we're all going to have moments that'll be the last time we do that thing, whatever that is. Yeah, I think that's something. We're doing something, huh? Dirty up his shirt a little bit. Man, I'm not joking. Guys, this is crazy. You're watching history right now because I've been wanting to do this for like, I don't know, I want to say 6 years. No, wait, it was 7. But 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22. All right, 4 years. It's been 4 years. But still. All right, I got to shoot a little video real quick. Let's see here. Guys, it's looking pretty good. Like, look at this. You want this thing waking up? Scared. Oh, yeah, baby. Yeah. Yeah. All right, now I gotta get that on my other camera. Well, I almost put the wrong part of the toothbrush. This would have been my toothbrush. Paintbrush. All right, let's do that again. Oh, gosh. There we go. Not bad, not bad. I like to record when I'm doing stuff like this. I like to record midway. This isn't completely finished yet, but I like to record now just in case I really mess it up. Right? This is looking pretty good. I think we're going to bring in some more red. Oh, cool. You're trying to write a book about our consciousness. That's really interesting. Consciousness is a weird thing. Is it going to go into like dreams or sleeping? I think it's so wild to think that everybody lays down and then at one point during the evening or in the morning, whatever, just on average, there's huge populations of people just in their brains just having dreams and sleeping. Like, I just think that's the weirdest thing. I heard some actress talk about that where it's like, I think of like New York City where there's all these buildings. That's where a good example would be. And you just think of thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of people just laying, sleeping. Weird. I came up with a philosophy. I did. We are batteries. We're batteries. We use our energy and we basically work the way an iPhone works. So when we lay down and sleep, we recharge. And we have moments of rest, we recharge, right? So we have that little thing that you can just set it down and we'll charge. But if you look at it and think about it like that, we're batteries. So we can use up our energy. And I was thinking about this because I put like good batteries in these old crappy toys and I'll forget about them. And the toys are so old and just the way the wiring is, it'll like slowly drain the batteries. And I'm like, oh, I got to get those out. And I get them out and they're all dead. And I'm like, see, you could pull some comparisons, right? Investing in things that just drain you slowly. And just run with it. Go ahead. That one's for free. You can just, here's my philosophy. We are batteries. There's probably other people that have talked about that, but I think it's true. All right, we're dirtying them up. I'm pretty happy with this. I might bring in a little bit more red, but I don't know if it really needs it. Like, a little bit on his hands. Maybe a little bit more on his face, right? I mean, zombie. I was thinking with the zombie movies. Whoa, that's something. Getting a little crazy. Like with the zombie movies, has there ever been one where the people don't try to run? Like they actually want to be zombies? Wouldn't that be interesting? I guess it wouldn't be that interesting, really. Pretty short watch. But you know, usually it's all about the survival. But it's like, what if you actually just don't want to survive? You're just like, no, I want to be a zombie. Like, you don't have anything to fear at that point. Oh man, that's scary. Kind of depressing, actually. Look at that. Whew. I'm using the back of the brush. Not alone. I don't know if my notifications are on, but dude, it'll be so cool if you ever get in a situation where you could start streaming and stuff, dude. I don't know. If you haven't done it before, it's a different thing. It's a different feeling. Because when you don't talk, it is really silent. And that's something I realized watching back my replays. I'm like, oh. Right now, my big thing is I need to stop saying like. I would like to stop saying like, right? And I'm doing mental exercise. You talk about draining the battery. I am purposely trying not to say or I have a background track with some ambient sounds, but I'm genuinely mentally thinking about this whole time as I'm painting this, of not doing the and filling that space, just actually letting there be dead silence. Gives people a chance to think and be like, what am I watching? Right. I better film some of this. Not alone, seriously. Well, you know what's funny? How long will it be until we have real zombies? You know what's really curious? Let me paint this real quick and I'll tell you. Boom. Got it. Only because I lived through it. I feel like I've lived through two different generations. Well, I think I have. I don't know how old am I. But I lived my whole life into my 20s never seeing anybody with a cell phone. You walk around, people would have headphones in, right? And people were reading books and newspapers and stuff like that. That's the thing. Like, it wasn't like people were just super friendly and wanted to talk. They had other ways to, like, distract themselves. But they were open to conversation if there would be a reason for it. There it is. There's our battery. And when you look around now, we need this for the conversation. You look around now, and it's not even people, they're not even trying to play it off. Like, they are consumed with their phone. I mean, half the time I am too, but I purposely, whenever I'm walking across parking lots, or I'm in line at the store, I purposely just look around and just take it all in, because I have to force myself to do it. Because, like, the first thing I want to do is, like, all right, bury my head in my phone. It's as awkward. I'll just wait until it's my turn to get through the register at the grocery store. It's like, no, just look around like the old days and just maybe you'll see someone you know, or I don't know. I haven't had any encounters, but I at least try to make myself aware. But mostly when I'm walking through parking lots and stuff. But yeah, I feel like we already have real zombies with that. That's what I'm trying to say. You look at everyone staring at their phones and you really think about it. What's a phone? It's an LED illuminated light screen. We're literally staring. Get this thing closer. We're literally, where am I at? I want to talk exactly to the camera. We're literally staring into light all day long. And we close our eyes, wake up, and just stare back at these lighted screens. And I think it's bizarre and crazy to think, why aren't we dreaming about our phones, right? Or dreaming about watching the TV? I don't know about you, but I've never dreamt of anything. I've never dreamt of even holding a phone. For as many hours of my day that I look and stare at my phone, make sure I have it on me constantly, I've never had a dream about it. But I'm not saying, and I like think that's a little extreme. I don't think necessarily people are brain dead or anything like that. I just think they're zombified. Like they're just so tunnel visioned into this world that is not their actual world they're walking around in. It's interesting. And that's where the question is like, what is a zombie? Like, how would you define it? Right? I just realized I should probably just, I'm going to hit record and record some of this. So not alone. Are you like a third shift or like, or when do you go into work? And I'm sitting there as I'm waiting. I know there's a delay in the chat, but I'm totally willing to admit that I'm a little brain dead. I've been staring at my phone now. I mean, since 2020. Yeah, 2020. The last 2 years have just been a blur. It's just been like, because I got a little bit, I got into the TikToks, started making a bunch of TikToks. That consumed months of my life. I mean, I would have days, I don't know, 6 hours. I could probably log 6 hours, no questions. Like, it was like I was watching movie marathons. Now, of course, I had my phone with me, and that's when I'm watching TikToks. So I'm walking around, I'm out in the backyard, sitting in the hammock or whatever. But 6 hours, just like, I mean, literally, this was me. 6 hours a day. Right? My goodness, I can do better than this. So, amateur hour. There we go. Those are some good times, man. I had a job once. I went in at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I liked it sometimes. I hated it, but it is a weird thing because you get to like live your whole morning. You can wake up, have breakfast with some friends, or do whatever you want to do, and then you go into work. Compared to like waiting to get out of work to hang out with your friends. Wake up at 6 a.m. It's kind of cool too, though, because then you get to like leave and you don't have to deal with traffic, right? All right, now we're going in and I'm getting just highlights. And I guess I am. I was going to say I don't like using black, but I guess I am. I thought this was dark brown. It kind of is a dark brown, really. But we're just going in for that extra oomph. I think if you haven't tried painting grungy like this is like the best way to start because it's actually kind of easy. And especially with this where we can just wipe it off if it gets too crazy. A little blood on the collar, right? Oh yeah, that's awesome. So you get a couple hours just doing your job. That's when the ghosts come out. I don't know if you knew that or not. I think those of you that are here have watched my channel enough. Um, I put on this shirt because I mean I get into I like the series Stranger Things, but I'm not like really obsessed with it really too much. I just like some of the swag and just some of the. It's like the only new cool thing. There's lots. I guess there are lots of other cool things. I don't know. What am I talking about? I'm nostalgic for it in the sense of it reminds me slightly of. I don't know what it reminds me of. Older times. Maybe that's not true. I don't even know what I'm saying. Ignore everything I've just said for the last 2 minutes. But anyways, the reason I brought that up is because Just Another Chris, his YouTube channel, he's got a cool Stranger Things series coming up, Halloween special. I think it's starting Wednesday through the weekend, through Halloween. So that's gonna be like every night. I don't know if he's doing a live stream. He might, but he's having giveaways and everything like that. So if you haven't already checked out his channel or subscribed, you should go check it out. It's Just Another Chris. A lot of really cool stuff, filmmaking stuff, video, and he has some retro video cameras and photography. But I think all of you guys already know that. I've mentioned his channel. Me and him have collabed a few times, but we had a chance to hang out recently and shot some stuff. And now he's back home and he's ramping it up, man. I saw a preview of one of the videos. It's so cool. And just I know he's got like a bunch more planned, so that should be pretty cool. But yeah, not alone. I think you got the right idea. My grandpa was a custodian. And what year would that have been? It would have been the 1940s. It was like 1939, 1940. So it was a whole different era. He would go around each classroom and hand wind the clocks, just to give you a perspective of the time frame. It might even have been the 30s for all I know. But we had a clock in my mom's house. We have it hanging up, and it's from one of the schools. But as far as I know, I never really heard many stories from it, but I think he enjoyed it. He got some recognition. He did it for a long time. Guys, I'm really happy with how this thing's turning out. Thanks for hanging out. I was going to sit here and paint this anyways, so it's cool to have some people to kind of hang out with. This is the new virtual era. Back in the old days, I don't think I ever did anything productive though when I hung out with my friends in real life, so maybe this is the only controlled way to do it now. It's like the virtual way to have friends, but you actually can get stuff done because you can just stream. I think that's what gamers do. They got the right idea because you can just go stream your video game. You were going to play the game anyways. Now you can just stream it and have friends hanging out with you. Just like, because I'm thinking if I had my friends over, yeah, we would just be we'd probably all be like, hey, you guys hungry? You want to go get something to eat? Go to Taco Bell or whatever. Let's go drive around or whatever, just doing other stuff. I don't think I'd be like, hey, what's going on over there? You want to watch me paint? It'd be kind of funny that they're just like sitting right over my shoulder like, oh, wow, that's cool. What are you going to do next? I'd be like, hey, can you hold this camera? Get them to film. All right, now we're just doing some touch-up work here. All right, now this is where it gets a little tricky because I don't want to mess it up, but I'm sure it could use a little something extra. But what do you think? What do you guys think? Let me know. Yeah, not alone. I'll tell you what, it would be cool. I think that's where you gotta get your video gamer. I mean, we could shoot a film or something. I don't know. I'm trying to think the last time I came out to California. I used to go out to California, so you can figure out the math on this. 2005. I came out there, I think in 2005, I was out there like, I don't know, 5 times. I'm terrible with numbers. I am like all over the place. If I said 5, it was probably twice. But I went out there a few times, and because I was shooting videos on digital mini DV, and I shot a bunch of these motorcycle races. And actually, the ironic thing about it is, I remember it so vividly in the sense of going out there because I went to a race and they're giving out free Monster energy drinks. I'm like, I don't drink that crap energy drinks. I'm like, they're free though, and I'm thirsty. And holy smokes, they know what they're doing because from that race for like years, I would drink Monster energy drinks like crazy. And those things were like, I don't know, what are they, $3, $4? And I was drinking those things, I don't know, once a day. So how much money? How much money? And I remember specifically, I would just get a giant like a can of energy drink. They're really tall, the Monster energy drink, and I would like eat a whole pizza. I'm like, what? Anyways, but that's a whole other thing. It's pocket bikes, the little mini motorcycles, and I have so many videos I never got to publish because this is like 2005. YouTube was just getting started, and so it just wasn't there yet, and I didn't have a computer fast enough to handle it. And I kept thinking, eventually, I'm going to upload a bunch of these videos, and I did make a YouTube channel. It's called Pocket Bike Online, I think. And at the time when I uploaded the video, it's super low res now, but at the time I uploaded this video and it got a ton of views. It was like the highest viewed video I ever uploaded. It had like 500,000 views, but of course it got hit with a copyright strike for the music and it got muted because back then YouTube used to mute it. So what do we got here? Get him out of here. We don't have a moderator. So I will be that moderator. I don't know how to moderate that, so we're going to move on. All right, getting a little spam there. But anyways, so Pocket Bike Online. There's a couple videos on there. I have like all these mini DV tapes of all these races, and I thought, oh, this would be so cool to share. And at this point, it's been so many years. But I went out to California for those races and stuff, and it was fun. I have a family and friends in Colorado. Maybe just meet up in Colorado. I want to go out to Colorado and pick up like another old car. I feel like that's the one thing we get tons of rust out here. And I think next time maybe I'll have to talk to my uncle if he goes out and visit his kids. I'll tell him to keep an eye out for any old, I don't know what. I don't know. I got this kind of this cool old Jeep in this little car, little Yugo, and I feel like that's pretty good now. I don't really have anything else. But at this point, the one thing that's always been on my mind is one of those classic looking ice cream trucks. I don't know why. What am I going to do with an ice cream truck? Don't know. Turn it into a work truck? Work delivery truck? All right. Guys, I think we got it, I think. Now, I could go on. Let's see what time it is for me. Do I want to paint the rest of this bed? Give you guys a preview. Scary. I guess we could paint the bed. Here we go. Here we go. Kill it, fire. Yeah, I keep thinking, like, I know I definitely like the lo-fi look, but when I watch some of the playbacks, I'm like, you know what? I gotta just hook up my stuff and get it going here. Maybe next year. The thing with the high-res stream, for me, is I like the lo-fi-ness, and I don't really necessarily want to be the main topic. Like, right now, this is a little bit better clarity that we're painting. That's good enough. I make YouTube videos that I shoot and edit. I like me edited. So that's why doing this is jumping out of my comfort zone a little bit, just because I don't necessarily like the dead space. That's why I'm working so hard not to say or How have I been doing? I should have like a little tally down here that just kind of marks it up. All right, we're going to paint the bed. I feel like this is going to be sort of like a waste of time because it's just going to get scratched off. But the inside at least would probably be kind of cool, and maybe even as like the coverings here. Yeah, let's do it. Here we go. I'm gonna start with the green. Do I have to show this in my little video I made? I don't know if I'm going to. I think the little short I made, I think what I already shot, I think that'll be enough. It'll just be real quick. And maybe I'll just cut. I'll go from a couple of shots of it getting painted, and then it's just done. This is one of those, the benefits of this is like, I don't have to do a tutorial. I mean, it basically is get some paint, paint it, done. Right, I think I want to change the color of this though. Is it metallic, is it? Years ago, I had a whole box full of all this acrylic paint. I mean, it was probably $100 worth, if not more. And I had it for so long, it just all went bad. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to do that again. So this is another reason. This is like a purposeful reason to use my paint. Well, I don't know if you know this. I guess orange and blue make an ugly brown. So that was not really useful. I don't know what color to paint the sheets here. I'm trying to go with an orange color. I better film some of it. Yeah, you know, if I would have, I was gonna, if you're gonna do this right, quote unquote right, I could spray the whole thing down. I have it right over here too. You spray it with spray paint that's made. Well, first I would scuff this up with some Scotch-Brite little scratcher pad. Then I would spray it with plastic adhesive spray paint, flat coat. Then I would paint it, and you could use whatever paint you wanted, and it would really stick then. I just didn't want to paint it all white because it's kind of more fun. Visually, it's more fun to just start painting on it instead of being like, here's this thing, now let's cover it so it looks like a statue, right? And then paint it, you know? But anyways, let me shoot this real quick. There it is, got it. But a lot of this stuff, if nothing else, what my hope is when I do stuff like this is that somebody will see it and actually do like a legit, really good version of it. This is sort of my way of saying, hey, here's an idea, run with it, you know? But yeah, I probably should have used, well, in this case, I probably should have peeled off this sticker, right? That would have been something too. So I'm gonna put a texture on this to make it look kind of like it did before, so it's like a blanket. So I'll put some little wrinkles in it. Ooh. This is our color pad that we're working with. How did our thing change again? I thought I adjusted this. I guess not. Not that it really matters. I mean, does it matter? It actually, I think it is going to be okay because it kind of gives it that grungy look. It kind of starts to make it all look uniform. Oh, like a clear coat? Well, you know what? That's a good idea. I have some Mod Podge clear coat, and I will spray that tomorrow when this thing's done. That might help it at least keep it together, so if it peels, it'll kind of stick to itself, so maybe it won't peel as fast. All right, so this is where I got to be kind of careful because I want to make this... I don't want to paint over the logo, but I will say don't wake zombie. Maybe that would be something, right? I'm just going dark wood. Kind of boring. Yeah, I don't want to paint over that. Thanks for hanging out. Those of you that are stopping by, if you haven't, well, I guess if you read the title, you know what's going on here. We're painting this. And those of you that have been hanging out this whole time, awesome. I'm going to be doing this anyways, so that's where it's like, it makes sense. And for me, unfortunately, because I don't live stream a lot, this is like a whole big setup to set everything up. Luckily, I had some of the stuff saved in OBS for the presets, but... oh, I did it. I said, got myself, though. See? Listen. But... if everything was set up, it would be like literally just hit a button, go live, change a thumbnail, make a title, and start going. Instead, it's like 2 hours of getting everything set up, testing it, does it work, trying new audio. Ugh. How did I... what's brown? What do we decide brown is? Is brown... brown isn't yellow and blue, is it? I think that's green, right? Yellow and blue make green. Yep. Oh boy. Alright, it's orange. Is it orange? I don't know. How do you make brown? Look it up real quick and let me know in the chat. What's the color mix for brown? Yellow and red make orange, right? Is it orange and blue? I think it's orange and blue. Gotta always check, make sure it's not metallic. Oh, I gotta go light on the orange. I don't want to use up too much orange. I got a little bottle. Okay, what was I right? Wait, what was it? Orange and blue. What am I doing? Guys, what am I doing over here? Okay, here we go. Is this... whew, that's a color. Look at that. Holy smokes. I don't even know what color that is. Wait, I'm doing yellow and... what am I doing here? Guys, I'm all over the place here. Alright, orange and blue. Yeah, orange and blue. Somehow I'm mixing like the yellow. There we go. I'm just trying to make a dark brown. And I remember years ago, like when I was really thinking about this, I was gonna take this apart and build a wooden frame around it and like make it like a legit bed, but this is way better. Just paint it, right? Yeah, there's a color. There's a color. That'll work. That's a color of some sort. The idea is, anyways, instead of it being red, I would rather it was dark because I want the zombie to kind of take up the space, right? Or to take the viewer's attention. Man, this would be so... this would be really nice if it was all... what's it? Primered? I'm not having really any major issues. I'm just thinking of how good the, I mean, it really would have stuck really well. Oh well, we'll make it work. Something I wanted to look into with acrylic paint, there's this stuff that you put on after it's done. Because something about acrylic paint is really unique. When you paint with it while it's wet, it looks really cool. And you see all these cool, intricate colors. Like right now, you see there's like a shade of yellow. And when this dries, it is amazing how dull it gets. Like it's just so dull. But this stuff is like a gloss covering, kind of gives it like an oil color, oil painting kind of look to it. Sorry if the view's not the greatest. It's kind of awkward after I was thinking a top-down view would be good, then I realized it would actually probably be better if it was lower. But we're just painting the bed frame here. You guys get into the Halloween stuff? Any haunted houses or parties or costumes? Thing like that? I had no I had no parties, but I was still making costumes, and I'm like rushing to get them done as if there's like some reason. Like I don't really have. There's no real hurry. I could put this costume on any day of the week, and I will. Oh, I will. There we go. Let's wake up Dad. Gosh, am I breaking it? What's going on over here? Oh, that'll get you. All right, got him out of the way. What are we looking at? Orange and... Whew. And if I might not do it tonight, but I'll probably put a second coat on some of this bed frame stuff. Not sure. We'll see how it turns out tomorrow. Because this is going on a little thicker. Oh, you just spent a bunch of money on costumes. I'll tell you what, man. I was trying to do a DIY costume, and I think I spent $200. What costumes were you working on? Curious to hear. I was so bummed. I thought I was doing this really cool. I wanted to do a 1985 Teen Wolf. And it is hard to get supplies cheap. And it's like you kind of almost have to be in the monster making universe. It's just like anything. It's like it's cheap when you have half the stuff, but if you're trying to buy, I was trying to buy supplies where I'm like gluing fur and stuff. I'm like, I don't have any of this stuff. Latex and rubber cement and all that stuff. So we'll see. But really with that costume, it all is based around a coat that I got off eBay, which in a way isn't really fair because the jacket is his Letterman jacket, his varsity Letterman jacket, and it's sort of like impossible that I even found the one that I found. So it does suck where I think that's why I might not do a tutorial on it or anything, just because it's like, hey, track down this super hard to find jersey or varsity jacket. It's like, that's not really a DIY costume. That's, hey, I happen to be on eBay at the right time and now I can use this as a costume feature. But I wanted to do not Michael J. Fox, but the werewolf when he's walking through the hallways. So he's werewolfed out, just on his face. He's wearing headphones, and he's got his Letterman jacket on, khaki pants. It was very 80s, man. Yellow dress shirt, and some white Adidas. All right. I need to add some orange. See, I'm mixing on it. And now that gives us, I'm learning as I go. Now it gives us like a patina, if you will. All right, all right. Now we gotta paint the bed. I don't know. I'm just gonna go, yeah. Whoa, I was going to say yellow, but that definitely isn't yellow. Okay, I better gotta stop for a second. You know, always be filming. Not alone. You're one of those guys. You watch horror movies. Those things, I don't know, man. I'll tell you what. What was the zombie movie I watched? 28 Days Later, and then the other one was like 28 more days or 128 or whatever. Those two movies are scary because those are like running. Oh, I said like those are running zombies. And I'll tell you what, man. Whew. I literally had nightmares after watching the first one. Yeah, 28 Days Later. I might end up watching it again though because I like the idea of these running zombies. Whew. But yeah, I don't there's lots of the classic 80s horror movies I've never even seen. Jason, Halloween. I say Jason, but what is it? Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street? I haven't seen any of those. I only know of them from people talking about them, seeing the costumes year after year, seeing clips all over the internet. But I never really watched that stuff. But let me film this real quick. We're painting. Boom. Got it. But not alone. What's one of your choice movies? What do you like? I did have the opportunity. I don't know if it's really a horror movie, but I guess it is. Scream. I had the opportunity of seeing that in the theater. And I say opportunity because I didn't know anything about it. It was so fun. I went with one of my friends and we were like, we knew it was going to be like a scary movie, but we had no idea anything. Oh, it was perfect. It was perfect. And that's where they don't make movies like they used to. Well, in that case, it's like, yeah, because that was a really unique movie, the way they kind of played off of some of the tropes, making it an original movie. And now at this point, it's not really too original. Because people have copied it, people have made spoofs about it, it's made fun of it. It's not made fun of it, but it's like the sequels of sort of whatever. Everyone's got different opinions, but having that first experience of watching it in the theater, that was so fun. So I'm just kind of painting this a color of some sort just to get it colored. I don't really... probably have to put a hairdryer on this to get this thing to dry. But it's looking pretty good. Some more blue in here. Oh, careful, careful. Can't see what I'm doing, can you? Sorry. There we go. Fright Night. Have I seen Fright Night? I don't know if I have. There's a movie I just heard about. I never even knew it existed called Monster... Not Monster Hunters. Monster Squad? It's from the 80s. Monster Squad. I think River Phoenix is in it. I'm gonna have to look that up. Guys, this is looking pretty good. Even though the bed part, I don't know. Sorry, you can't really see. Let me get it set up for you so you can see it better. This part isn't really that ideal right now. Go full screen for you. That's not necessarily ideal, those colors, but it's a good base coat. I'll come back maybe when it dries a little bit and we'll see what it looks like. It'll dull out a lot. But let me set this down. Move this out of the way for you. I think that's looking pretty good. Nice little contrast. Yeah, the thing is, like, I'm kind of going back now when I was reading some of your previous texts or messages, and I don't really get into the Halloweeny stuff. Like, I like more of the fun, not so much the horror and gross Halloween, but I don't know, fantastical, right? In that sense. And I've seen a couple just online, I've seen some decorations where they have these really cool, like, octopus tentacles coming out of the windows and stuff, and it's like an inflatable thing. I'm like, those are cool. You get a bunch of severed heads lining your driveway or something. Not interested. I'm like, what is this? It's crazy. No, no, too much. But that's just my thought on that. I like more of the, even, I mean, I guess I know I referenced Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice is a little bit rough. It's an old classic 80s PG. Is it PG? PG 13? But that still had some fun to it to some degree. A movie I like, oh, I think that I did it, guys. There it is, Metallic. Well, we put it out there, so now we got it. We'll see what this looks like. We're making brown, so maybe it'll be cool. I don't know. But Frighteners, there's a Michael J. Fox movie not a lot of people talk about. And I think the name of it is the reason it wasn't more popular. It's a great movie. I like watching it. I've watched it multiple times. I'm thinking if I've ever seen Fright Night. Man, I really want to know. But what I was saying earlier about Halloween stuff, just getting older, I'm not really into the Halloween stuff, but I do like, that's where it's not even a Halloween thing. It's sort of like how you were saying you watch horror movies year round. It's like, I like costumes and stuff year round. Like, I mean, I'm not going around dressed up, but it's fun to, you can track down certain aspects. Like for me, I go to the thrift store a lot, so if I find one piece of garment that would be part of a costume, I'm like, oh, now I have a reason to try to create this outfit. I have no idea what I would ever do with it. I'm not trying to dress her up and walk around or even make skits or anything with it. It's just kind of neat. I think if nothing else, it's just something to have as a video creator. I can share some tips and tricks and stuff. Not that I'm really doing that much, but it's something to do. I guess I would call it a hobby at this point, right? All right, guys, I'm happy so far. There's a little bit more blue than orange. I'm mixing this paint on the actual thing here, trying to get that brown to come through. Let's mix some red in, see what that does. Maybe it's red and blue. Guys, is it red and blue make brown? Look at this. Maybe I got a little bit of that orange that had a little bit of red to it, and I was thinking it was orange. I don't know. We could look it up, but it's kind of fun to just learn and experiment, right? Don't need to instantly know everything. And I think this actually works too if I actually leave some of the red. Bloody. He like woke up. He's just like, what did I do? Did I eat brains? That might actually be kind of fun to write brains like in graffiti on the headboard, right? That might be kind of cool. So I'm going in. We'll come back to, guys, look at that headboard. I'm excited about that. Can't really see it. Oh, the light's hitting it. I think it's looking okay. It's looking pretty good. Yeah. Oh, red and green. Let's see. I got some green here. Red and green. See, the thing is, and this is where, you know, it's kind of nice. I love using Google. I love using Siri to figure out my math problems. But there was a time that was like, it's kind of fun to just wonder and try to figure out in your brain, be like, I heard it somewhere. What is that? Like in this case, we're trying to mix colors. But because we have Google and access to that, it's like, let's just look it up, find out right away. Or you can just have fun and I mean, it wouldn't take long to figure it out this way. I just mix a couple colors and it's either going to work or it's not, right? I kind of like not knowing some stuff. That's my way of saying I'm lazy and I don't want to look it up. No, it is kind of fun, just yeah, happy accidents, right? Start to sound like Bob Ross, but like, no, you can kind of accidentally do some cool stuff by not knowing exactly the right way to do it. So let's see here. Orange and red makes brown. Ooh, I don't want to do that. Give you guys the view. Sorry, I have to keep remembering you guys can't see everything I'm seeing. I'm trying to paint this clock right here. But not literally paint it. I just want to paint around it. It would probably be more fun to just stick like a real clock on there, you know? All right, I mixed orange and red, and I'll tell you what, that is a solid brown. Look at that. That is a nice brown. So there you go. Not alone. I don't know if you looked that up, but if you guessed, good guess. All right, I'm thinking because of what I was mixing before, I'm going back here now with the orange and red, and I'm making a nice, now that I see what brown looks like, I'm realizing how green everything else is on this bed frame. There's so much blue. So let me bring in more of this. Let's see here, I'll bring in some yellow too. That's more of a tan. It's 1:15 right now. So for me, I'll give it another 20 minutes and I'm gonna wrap things up. And while I'm saying that, I think I'm gonna film a little bit more. I think we already got it, but just in case. I don't want to give away too much just yet, so I'm just gonna show a close-up. Got it. Man, I was doing it. Oh, almost lost it. Okay. I don't got a good place to grip on this thing because it's all wet. Look how light brown that is. Oh boy. But that's fine. We'll just make it work. Just kind of pull that across. Accidentally, right? Happy accidents. We're making wood grain. Or something over here. Holy smokes. Look at that color. Maple. Problem with getting two different colors. Now I got to go back and do the other side too. But I kind of like it. Do I like it? I don't know. Go to the other side. Just like a shade of green at this point. Yeah, we need a little bit more wood grain. Tending towards orange a little bit, but okay with that. Oh, right there, guys. Look. There. Man. Just when you think you're almost done. We're getting there. We're getting there. Now I gotta figure out how to lay him down without him. I think when I lay him down, he doesn't touch. There. So he's elevated off, but now I can actually paint the blanket. So we're coming back to this blanket now that we got most of the bed frame kind of painted up and at least a shade that is a nice base coat. All right, what are we doing? Yellow and orange? I'm gonna scroll back here to see if I missed anything. Sorry if my audio is low. I got the mic here, but I think people are coming and going. Hey, Retro Nerd Girl, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, it's actually, I'm pretty excited. How long have we been going now? Probably an hour or so, 2 hours, 11, 12, 1. And until I added some blood, he was kind of looking like he was just frozen. But I'm happy with where it's at now. So now we're going to go in and paint his comforter. I don't know what color, though. Let's go with the yellow. Dirty yellow. And I was trying to see if I could maybe get like a plaid or something, but I don't know. So I'm thinking painting this thing kind of like this. It'll look a little bit like it's a wavy blanket. I probably could go, no, that's where I got to just keep it what it is. It's painted. I was going to say I could get some fabric and just get real fabric so it kind of moves. I think that'd be the way to do it. But add a little bit of orange. What's going on over here? I missed a spot. I see it. You guys see it? Right there. Got it. All right. Go back to gotta stay on point here. Yeah, so ooh, got some blue. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. We want to go pa-bam, pa-bam. Yeah. This is more of the final touches. My problem is when I'm painting, I just want to do like I notice something else and I want to start painting it, but I realize I got yellow all over my brush, so I've been wanting to do this for years. I'm so excited that I'm finally doing it and it's going to be done. At least this version of it. I'm sure there's always better ways to do it. You know, like prepping the plastic for actual paint to stick to it. But a few times that I'll actually use this. I think I can clear coat it and at least hold the paint together in some congealed way. Alright, so let's see here. If I do like... I think if I come back when this is dry and I give it some highlights, maybe I do it now. I don't know. It'll kind of look like the comforter. Or not. I'll just add some blotches. Hey, if all else fails, just add some blood stains, right? And some brown. What would that be? Blue? Ooh, a little too much. A little too much. Dial it back. Dial it back. Oh boy. Oh boy. We're getting... Whew. Wow. That escalated quickly, huh? Alright, let's dial it back a little bit. I think I got a little too grungy. But I'm just thinking his dirty paws are all over this, so it would be a little darker in this area, right? Let's add I think red is the color we want to add. I'm also shooting some short content, so I gotta remember to film. I don't want to give away too soon, so I'm not going to show him, but I'll just show some of the painting on the comforter. Boom, got it. Short and sweet, baby. All right. Not too bad. You like my lo-fi camera? I didn't realize. I just now noticed that that camera, you see the focusing box of it every time it focuses on this face. I guess that's like a little way to just kind of like get someone's attention. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I think that's kind of coming out pretty cool. I mentioned it earlier. I'm not really into the gory. Like, I didn't want to make a zombie with a bunch of like blood and guts, but it does add, like, he looked like he was frozen before, but adding just a little bit of red, it does make him look pretty zombie. But maybe it's just he really likes icy fruit punch. Who knows, right? All right, a little bit more. I don't want to. Can't give it away too soon, right? So I'll just show just some of this. Actually, I don't know if I want to show that. Maybe I'll show it like that. There. Oh boy, we lost it. We lost the main cam. Oh no. Do we lose both cams? Sorry about that. We lost the main cam. It died. What is going on? All right, how can we do this? Let's see here. I always got a backup plan. I know what to do. I'll be right back. Hold still. Never a dull moment. 1:30. This is what, it's late enough now that I gotta think, okay, do I have anything important to do tomorrow? I don't know. Yeah, I definitely want to get up. Yeah. Those of you hanging out, thanks for hanging out. Let's see if this works. No. No. All right, one moment. All right, I think we got it set up. Nope. What? All right, one momento. Always something. Always something fun. The endless void. That's what. Yeah, that's how it should be set up. Just look back there and wait. Don't get scared. There we go. Hang on. Hang on. Boom. We're back in business, baby. All right. This is looking pretty good. I gotta see. This is where I don't want to do too much more and like wreck it. But I think it would be cool to write on that headboard brains and maybe even have some stuff on the sides here. If you don't already follow me on Instagram, I'm probably going to post a little video of this on Instagram, maybe a photo, so you can see it in high quality instead of this crazy reframing of this camera. Oh, I just figured out how to fix it. I think we do this. Boom. And then you get to stare at that lock screen. No, that's not good. The paint's a little wet. But now that it's like really repainted, I think, oh, I got to paint on the bottom here, right? I got a lot of paint here, guys. Look how much paint. I want to have that brown. Might as well use it. All right. So the thing I got to change or add to, I want to have it say zombie, right? So I guess I'll write on it with a marker. Here we go. Just got to go for it. This is one of those things, yeah, I better film a little bit of it, right? How do you spell zombie? Zombie? All right, so that's not quite bright enough for my liking. So I think I'm gonna have to go in. Oh wait, you know what? I might have a silver marker. Let me see if I got that. And of course, I can't find the silver marker. Come on. What's going on over here? Well. Oh, I just saw it. I just spotted it. Well, we got it. It's something. It's something. Something else. Holy smokes, I don't know about you guys, but I just ate a whole bag. A small bag. Ginger snaps? Are you kidding me? Can't even bring those things near me. They're done. I'm like, come, I'll just have one. Unfortunate. I was really trying to only have a couple. I thought I'll have a little bit with my coffee, my late night coffee. I almost ate half the bag before the coffee was even done brewing. All right, so we had to do it in silver. So it kind of has like a little bit of a drop shadow going on. So we're going to add that little extra exaggerated drop shadow. Something. This is where I just need that. And I have it somewhere too. I just need that white marker. I have one that's like a rattle can marker brush. I think we got it. I think we got it. I know it's kind of hard to see. Sorry about that. All right. We're in the home stretch. I think we're ready to give it a test run. We're going to do one for the camera that I'm recording for the short, and then I'll give you guys one. So, still a little wet, but that wasn't too bad. What was it, 3 hours? All right, here we go. Let's see here. Oh, I'm not even recording. Okay, now we're recording. Here we go. Here we go. And action. Oh my goodness, this thing. Here we go. Nice. Nice. All right. Got that. I'll edit that later tonight. Now, you guys ready for this? Oh my goodness. This thing's crazy. Let's take a look real quick. He's got some blue in his hair. I don't mind it. I also don't like it. So let's just darken it up a little bit. What is it? Red and yellow, right? Maybe a little purple, just to make it really grungy dark. Yeah, purple and yellow makes dark brown, right? Nope, makes light brown, no problem. I'll add purple. And then just some red blotches. It'll darken up. like going crazy. I'm going ham crazy with this red now. What am I doing? It's just, it looks cool. Now that it's like on here, it's like, oh, it's actually kind of cool. Maybe there's a little bit of blood on his shirt. Kind of dribbles down. Okay. There we go. I think we're good. I just got to call it. You just got to hands off. Time's up. Pencils down. Hey, thanks for stopping in. Man, I wish I could say your username. I can't. What is it? Lasted? Yasted? Oh, man. Oh. But, hey, thanks for stopping in and hanging out. I hope this was enjoyable, at least kind of fun. I was going to do it anyways, but this will be a short. This will be on the Knob Top Shorts. And it'll be on Instagram Reels. And it'll be on my TikTok. Oh, my goodness. I miss the days of just making one video. But I think it'll be fun. We got a little hangout tonight, which is awesome to be able to see some of you. Not alone. I was wondering what you've been up to. And I know it sucks because I have these conversations and it takes me a day or two to like process because I'm like doing multiple things and make sure all my cameras are running. Then I realize I think I asked you a lot of the same questions over and over again every time I stream. But I have to keep in contact. I don't know if you get on Instagram or whatever, but I don't really use Twitter or anything like that. But if, maybe we'll get like an email chain or something. But all right, here we go. Let's try this out. I'm going full screen. All right, here we go. So this is what you're going to experience. Let me zoom out a little bit. The suspense. Let me zoom out a little bit. Whoa, okay. All right, here we go. Don't wake zombie. Why is it doing that? Stop it. What is it doing? All right, sorry guys. It's going to have this on the screen. I don't know why that's doing that. It's driving me crazy. All right, here we go. Don't wake zombie. I'm going to bring the mic in a little bit closer for you. There we go. You can really feel the action now. Oh, yeah. How cool. Are you kidding? That is so fun. And I think it was a good choice going with blue because it's like a little bit, even though he's got blood in his mouth, he's like a fun zombie. Like he doesn't look scary, terrifying. It's more like blah. But all right, let me get the camera off this so you can get a better look. This is for you guys for hanging out. This is your reward. They disconnect all the cords by accident. Yeah, look at that. That's pretty cool. So if you ever see one of these at the thrift store, run with it. I would love to see, because you think about this, you could glue like real hair on this guy. If I wanted to, I could go in with latex and really make like skin hanging off of him, right? That'd be kind of fun. But because of this mechanism, you could probably decorate him, maybe even swap out some components and have like floppy arms, turn him into a skeleton or something. So I'll give you it from this angle. He's still a little wet. Yeah, there we go. So I'll just try to not... Oh, okay, zombie's sleeping. It's all good, guys. It's all good. Zombie's sleeping. Don't wake zombie. I've never played this game, by the way. Oh, he must be sleeping. I'm never ready for it. That is so cool. Look at that. All right. And I'll probably come back tomorrow and figure out what to do with the rest of as far as the... I think it's good enough. I mean, it's just a fun little project. Really, if I wasn't sitting here talking, this is almost, in my opinion, this is probably more fun than carving a pumpkin. Because that pumpkin's going to get rotten. You got to throw it away. This thing... Well, can't let him touch the bed just yet. Yeah, look, it's kind of crazy because it would be fun to make him like a vampire or a werewolf because, look, he's just kind of floating. See that? That's wild. All right, one more time. Love it. I love it. Give him some wiggly eyes. That'd be kind of fun too, right? All right. That's all. What time? Okay, 1:50. Awesome. We did it. We did it, guys. Thanks for stopping in. Crazy how fast a year goes by. I'll tell you. Because I was looking up some of the old live streams I've done, and I'm like, oh, that was just a couple months ago. No, it was 2 years ago. And I'm still fiddling around with this old technology, but I appreciate you all hanging out. Those of you that stopped in and those of you watching the replay. If you've made it this far in the replay, wow, that's awesome. Take this idea and run with it. I'm sure you could do such a cool job. And there's so many cool characters you could have as characters you don't want to wake up, right? The unfortunate thing is, I don't know. This isn't really worth doing if you're going to have to buy the game piece, this specific piece online, because it's pretty expensive, like $20 people are charging. I picked this up for $3. But, oh, I did it again. I said, this turned out pretty good. In my mind, like right now as I'm looking at this, and you can kind of see, let me zoom in a little bit. I wouldn't mind doing one of these where he's got like real hair, glue on real hair, so his hair kind of flops around when he comes up. Maybe turn it into a woman. I don't know. I wonder if they have one that's like for mom. I wonder if they do have a woman. I think they do. It's like, I think it's called, and I think I have one here. I think it's called Don't Wake Grandma. I totally forgot because she already kind of looks like scary looking. Now I'm going to have to look through my stuff and see. I brought it home one day in a bag. I know of it. I know I did. So anyways, but that's another one to look for. Don't Wake Grandma. That one would be easy to modify. But that'd be fun too because I just think of like long, scraggly hair. Thing comes up and it's like, yeah, it'd be pretty fun. All right. I think that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Knob Top. Go make something. And I'm going to go out with another one of these pop-ups. Let's do it again. Bring the mic down close for you. Oh, he got me again. Come on. Look how cool. That's great. All right. More time. Love it. Dreams really do come true. All right, over and out.